Hello everyone, welcome to Together We Care, Together We Cure, the first event of its kind. My name's Tanner and I'll be your host today. We are so grateful that you joined us as we bring together patients, caregivers, and advocates to learn and connect. Now, as we close out Blood Cancer Awareness Month, we wanted to show you around the HealthTree office, get to know some new faces, and hear about the tools that we've been working on. We're really excited to show you some live demos and show you how these tools are for all blood cancers. We also want to show you the 4 steps that you can take here at HealthTree: education, community, taking control of your cancer, and accelerating a cure together. So let's get started. Let's start off by going and meeting the HealthTree University team. Hey everyone.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
Good. So this is the HealthTree University team. They are the ones behind all the magic of the videos here at HealthTree, from HealthTree University to specialist interviews. Now, they have a lot of content. How many videos have you guys made?
So far we've made over 2,400.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. Yeah, we cover a lot of diseases like myeloma, various lymphomas, leukemias, and MPNs.
Yeah, that is a lot of content. How do you keep up with it all?
Yeah, well, we have a lot because we want to cover any question a patient might have about their blood cancer.
Yeah.
And you know, the time at the doctor's office is precious but limited. And so we want to make sure that you have the knowledge to go to an appointment and be prepared as possible.
Yeah. Now, I've heard you guys have a movie club here at HealthTree within your team. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. How often do you guys watch movies, or what do you guys do for that?
We watch a movie about once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's off hours, not on HealthTree time, right?
Yeah, on the weekends.
Okay. And I'm sure it's really influencing the video content that you guys are making.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, what's your process like? How do you guys decide the videos, or what's your process look like in terms of creating these videos?
Yeah, so it really starts with the curriculum directors. They're the ones that are really a part of the patient community, and they attend all of the conferences like ASH, ASCO, and EHA, and they create the topics that we cover. But we also would love patient feedback on what topics we should cover. So if you have any topics that you want to see, please email me at isabella@healthtree.org. And so after that, based on those topics, we go and we reach out directly to academic specialists. And right now, I think we have about 400 doctors that we've met with and interviewed. And then we take that footage and we send it over to the editors.
Okay.
So once we get the footage, we add animations to it so it's more easy to understand. And then it goes through a review process so that we can make sure the videos are accurate.
Okay.
And we actually have a clip of one of the videos that we've been working on, kind of a side-by-side showing what the video looks like without animations and what it looks like with animations.
Great. Yeah, let's take a look.
Why is chromosome 14 a site of high-risk myeloma genetics?
One of the main roles of a normal plasma cell is to make antibodies. And so when that cell meets a foreign object, it undergoes some changes in its genetic code so that it can recognize that foreign object and kill it off.
Wow. It's impressive work that you guys do. It seems like you guys really stay busy.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, so how can people watch these HealthTree University videos?
The best way is to subscribe to HealthTree University on YouTube.
Okay.
That's how you get the latest videos sent to your inbox. And then we also have our videos on our website on HealthTree.org, organized by courses and lessons. And so that's a great way to find what you want to look for.
Okay, well that's great. Education really is the first step towards taking control of your cancer. So thank you so much for the work that you guys are doing, you and your whole team. It's very impressive. I'm going to go next door and go say hi to the patient engagement managers, but it was great catching up with you guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Now, some of you might already know our patient engagement managers if you've ever attended one of our webinars or listened to a podcast. So let's go meet the team. Hey guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. So can you all introduce yourselves?
Yeah, my name's Mary. I'm over our AML and MDS communities.
And I'm Dalton, and I do CLL, BPDCN, and MPNs.
I'm Hannah, and I cover lymphoma.
Okay.
I'm Cindy, and I cover multiple myeloma.
Awesome. Well, can you tell me a little bit about your program and what you do?
Yeah, so we're actually working on our 2026 education plans right now. So in our role, we develop the entire educational curriculum that each of our communities are going to receive.
Okay.
So lots of different programs, news website, webinars, roundtables, podcasts, lots of different offerings. And all of it is developed by patient feedback. So
Wow.
we love hearing from the patients what they're interested in.
That's great. It sounds like you have a lot of interaction with the patients. Is that right?
Yes.
So who would you say is the favorite amongst all the patients and the caregivers? Do you think there's one? No? Yeah? Well, I know we have a lot of different resources. Where is the best place to start if you're a brand new patient or caregiver within all the HealthTree resources? Where's the best place to start?
Selfishly, I'd like to say webinars because
Yeah.
that's one of the things that we do most of.
Yeah.
But we, like Mary said, we've got a lot of other programs that we work with.
Okay.
Yeah, I think another good place to start is with our news and 101 pages. We have websites for each disease with disease 101 pages that cover all the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have a news site and a newsletter for
Okay.
each disease, and that covers topics like drug approvals, patient stories, tips for living with your cancer, and other
Mhm.
things like that.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you guys have a lot of content to offer. You mentioned webinars, right?
Yeah.
So when someone attends one of your webinars, what can they expect?
They can expect to hear from some of the leading experts for their disease space. They can ask questions, and I think one of the other aspects that's really cool about the webinars is they can meet other members of the community.
Yeah.
And talk to one another and just learn and really help build that sense of community.
That's awesome. Well, I know that the work that you do is really important, and it's really helpful for both patients and caregivers to feel more informed and more empowered when they go talk to their doctors. So thanks so much for the work you're doing. It was great talking with you guys. We'll see you guys.
See ya.
Having a blood cancer diagnosis can feel really isolating, and no one should go at it alone. That's why at HealthTree, a community is a central part of what we're doing. So let's go on over and meet the community team. Hey everyone.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. So we're just talking to everyone about what we're doing here at HealthTree related to community. But first, can you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Michelle. I work with the peer-to-peer fundraising. I help people gather information for their fundraising efforts. I also work with the regional cure teams with the outreach. And I'm also helping launch the first ever hike and wellness program for HealthTree. This year we're going to be in the Berkshires. It's part of the Appalachian Trail.
That's awesome.
So cool.
Thanks, Maria.
Hey, I'm Maria. I help coordinate the coach program at HealthTree, which is one of our volunteer programs. It offers one-on-one peer-to-peer support to those who need help just finding resources or just someone to talk to, really.
And I'm Rosalind. I have the opportunity to coordinate all of our programs that help build community, whether it's our peer-to-peer coach program, our regional cure teams, our Black Health program, or our social media platform. We've seen how powerful personal connection can be.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Now, Roz is the nicest person here at HealthTree. And Roz, how does it feel to have such high expectations?
There's
that
a lot
role.
of pressure.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of pressure.
I'm sure. Well, can you guys explain why having a community is so important when you're diagnosed with blood cancer?
Yeah, being diagnosed with a blood cancer can feel so isolating and overwhelming. And we've seen the impact of community through a lot of our programs and events. Something that comes to mind particularly is our Connect to Cures.
Yeah.
It's a new community education program that we launched this year. And as individuals have come to those events, they've been so excited to meet other blood cancer patients, connect with each other.
Yeah.
I know you were in Macon, Georgia, Michelle.
Yeah, that was our first event. People were so excited that we came.
Yeah.
They told us that they felt seen, they felt heard. It was really empowering.
That's awesome.
Really glad to have us there. I know when I was leaving the event in Harrisonburg, Virginia, this gentleman walked up to me and he said, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here and doing this. I feel less alone. And that was so rewarding. And
That's
we were
awesome.
so happy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've loved working here at HealthTree to see, as we've expanded to other blood cancers, to see how we've built these communities and how they continue to build so that we can help even more patients not feel alone. Definitely. So thanks for the work that you're doing. It was great seeing you guys and talking to you guys and catching up.
Thanks,
Yeah. See ya. Next, I'd like to introduce you to some of the people that work directly with patients, our patient navigators and clinical data managers. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey, so can you introduce yourselves real quickly?
Sure. I'm Anna. I'm a CEO at the HealthTree Foundation, and I lead both the patient navigators and the clinical data managers team.
Hi, I'm Alejandra, and I'm the patient navigator team lead.
Hello, I'm Mariana, clinical data interim manager.
Awesome. And who's this on the screen?
Oh, this is our amazing team working remotely. Medical doctors and patient navigators.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, Mariana, can you explain a little bit about your role here?
Sure. So I work very closely with the team of medical doctors,
Okay.
and we basically do chart reviews every day.
Yeah.
From the patients who connect their records, and we make sure that their relevant information is in their profile.
Okay.
That is correct and accurate.
Awesome. And that sounds really challenging. What do you think is the hardest part of your role?
It is. I would say it is we get a lot of information from a lot of different hospitals.
Yeah.
So it is not structured the same way. Sometimes it's not even structured at all. And it's basically that we have to do like a puzzle every day with every case.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it sounds like a puzzle. Allie, can you talk about your role here?
Well, patient navigators, we are basically the front line of contact with patients and caregivers, and we are just helping them navigate a platform and connect them with relevant resources and opportunities.
Yeah, that role sounds very important. What do you find is the most rewarding part of your role?
Just being able to help patients every step of the way, and just knowing that the information we are sharing is just helping them make better decisions on their care.
Yeah.
That's really rewarding.
Well, thanks everyone for talking. Now, no offense, but we're going to go to the best team. And I say that because it's my team, the product and development team. So let's head on over. Hey, guys.
Hey, Tanner.
Hey, so this is JP. JP, can you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Yeah, for sure. I'm JP Capdevila. I'm HealthTree's CTO.
Okay. Todd?
I'm Todd Foster, and I work with patients.
Okay, awesome. And can you tell us a little bit about the team?
Yeah, sure. We have a team of 10 engineers. We work together building all the products and the platform that you see all around.
Yeah.
We also interface a lot with the medical doctors. You were talking to the patient experience team.
Yeah.
And we all together try to put the solutions that the patients are looking for.
That's awesome. And Todd, can you tell us more about your role?
I work with patients. You know, cancer patients have different needs at different points of time during their course of treatment and everything that's going on in their lives. And HealthTree has tools to address each need at each point along the way. And so I'm here to help them with their needs and show them what we have to help them at the right time.
That's great. That's great. And what is it that you guys are talking about? What have you been working on?
This month for the Blood Cancer Awareness Month, we have 2 major releases. Yeah, so we were talking about that. I was showing it to Todd and getting some feedback. The first thing we're working on is alongside the CureHub platform, when patients connect their medical records and everything comes over from their different facilities, they can explore treatment options. That one is the most recent one. We launched that on Tuesday. And what that does is that it takes all the information from FDA approvals for a given indication. So let's say AML or CLL or MDS. And we analyze all that to extract treatment options. We go over the indications to do that. Then we go over the clinical trials that backed up that FDA approval.
Yeah.
We get the outcomes, we get the side effects. And we're showing that to patients. So for example, here I'm on the treatment options for multiple myeloma. And patients can navigate that, see, for example, these CAR-T treatment options. They can expand the outcomes and see, based on clinical trial, NCT 112A, there's 254 participants, and these were the outcomes. So patients can go and see what's available for them. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But then can also see and compare different treatments, the different outcomes, and the different side effect profiles. So if patients expand this section here, they can see grade 3 or higher side effects, and that helps patients figure out, okay, maybe this is a good option, but I have a history of having, I don't know, kidney problems or different side effects. I'm very prone to having side effects, and they can make better educated decisions. So that's what this tool is about.
That's really cool.
And one very cool thing is when patients connect their medical records, we can actually go and compare these to the approved indications. So for example, some treatments are only indicated for patients after 2nd line of therapy or 3rd line of therapy. And all that comes on the label. But if you ask patients, sometimes they're not going to be super sure if they were exposed to a proteasome inhibitor or if they were in 2nd line or 3rd line. So when they connect their medical records and they click on match treatments, they can actually see a filter down list to only see the treatments that they really qualify for. So we think that's gonna make things easier. You don't have a big list. You can focus on the stuff that you can actually talk to your doctor about. And we're very happy about that one.
The cool thing about that is the personalized list.
Yeah.
So it's the treatments you can have. And some patients can see 10, 15 different treatments, and they'll ask all the time, well, which is the best one? And now they can come here and see this data and see this treatment had a really good outcome. This one didn't have as good of an outcome. And it helps them make decisions so they can go to their doctor and talk about a treatment with their doctor.
Yeah. I can see how this is so helpful for patients when they're faced with so many different options. And what's really cool is that this is now available for all blood cancers, so that we can help even more patients.
You're right.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share?
That clinical trials is also a similar tool to that one. And so there's mainly two paths, right? Either you go through standard of care therapies, and this tool is great for that.
Yeah.
Sometimes another great option for patients are clinical trials.
Yeah.
Especially on certain indications or certain blood cancers where treatment options are not as available as in myeloma, for example, where there's multiple combinations, right? Sometimes a very good option will be clinical trials. And so clinical trials, navigating that is usually more complicated than navigating standard of care treatment options. There's hundreds, and you have to go to clinicaltrials.gov. And we built a similar platform where you can connect your medical records, and our AI matching will go over hundreds of trials, show you a list of the ones you could qualify for. Same thing, checking against your medical records, any comorbidities, any previous medication exposures, and show you a list of relevant trials so you don't have to spend 40 hours navigating websites and trying to figure out that. So that one is very popular with patients, and now it's available for all blood cancers as well.
And it is super important for patients because doctors are so busy. Many of them don't have time to do all this research. They can't spend 3 hours on every patient looking for clinical trials. So the patient can do this, and really most patients qualify for 5 to 8 trials. So it's easy for them to look at those. And a lot of patients I talk to will send a couple trials, email it to their doctor before their appointment and say, hey, what do you think about this? So that the doctor can kind of have it queued up and they can have a conversation about it.
Yeah. And so patients can go over that list, and they can click on any of the trials they're interested in, see the criteria, why we think they're a good match, go over the drugs involved in that treatment, see when it's starting, completing, the different drugs again, locations where that trial is available. And we think that with this, we can save time and get patients to the right treatment faster.
That's great. Well, that's awesome. Thanks, guys, for sharing, and keep up the hard work.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Tanner. See ya.
Now, let's go head on over and say hi to the research team. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So this here is the research team. When users connect their medical records in HealthTree and participate in surveys and studies, this team is responsible for gathering and analyzing that data. These insights are really helpful for doctors to be able to advance their research and find cures. So we're going to go find Jenny and Jay to hear about the different types of research that we're doing here at HealthTree. Hey guys, how's it going? Good. So we were just talking about the different kinds of research that we're doing here at HealthTree. But Jenny, can you explain what's so unique about the research that we're doing, and why is it important to you?
I think our research really falls into 3 buckets.
Okay.
One is optimizing care. So how do we do the best with what we have today without new drugs? The next is personalizing treatment. So how do you get the right treatment for you, the right patient at the right time?
Yeah.
And then the last is what a lot of Jay's talking about, is this improving quality of life. Because as myeloma patients and other blood cancer patients are living longer, now, that's an issue for us.
Yeah, for sure.
What are the 4 jobs that we need to do? First, we need to invite you to participate. So this is us inviting you. Please participate by connecting your medical records.
Please.
It takes less than 5 minutes for you to do it. We've made it uber easy. We're making it, you are helping make this even easier. So you can now search by facility. You can see the logo of your facility, which might help you identify which records you need to connect. You can also search by doctor. So doing that, we have now integrated using a FHIR. It's called FHIR. It's a FHIR connection to most major electronic health record systems, representing over 4,000 hospitals throughout the country. So
it's been a process, but we're getting there, and it's improved a lot.
Yeah, it's very likely your facility is in there.
Yeah.
So the second job that HealthTree is doing is we're actually cleaning and validating the data. So this is a big major step that isn't necessarily done inside of the chart.
Right.
So we have professional MDs, doctors, who will do a full chart review to prepare the data for research purposes. And when we do that, that takes, if we do it manually, it takes about 9 hours. Now we're training AI models and checking every single step to make sure the AI is doing it right. But we've been able to use AI tools with a manual review as well to knock that down from 9 hours to about half that now, using some of those tools, because you can't use bad data when you're doing research. You want the cleanest data possible for the researchers. So we do that step. Some of that includes pulling some unstructured data, like from PDFs. You know, a lot of this data, like your FISH test or things like that, are just in a paper form. They're not in a form that's searchable or really usable. So we have to pull off that data and extract it into a database structure so it can be searched. We're going through all these cleaning steps. So that's cleaning up the genetics, cleaning up the comorbidities, cleaning up. We do a lot of cleanup to get it to a point where then we can do job number 3, which is generate new insights. So new insights means some of the stuff that needs to happen for research purposes is not actually in the chart. How many different official lines of therapy do they have? Or what was their outcome after they received, let's say, their induction therapy or after their stem cell transplant or things like that? You have no idea until you actually calculate that out of the chart. So we're doing that step as well. And that step, if a academic researcher were to do those steps, that cleaning and that insight generation step, they would be doing it manually every single time they did a research project. So our thinking is do it once, get it clean, and then be able to actually now put the data to work. So putting the data to work means using it, right? And you're using it, we're all using it for research purposes. The investigators are using it in an anonymous way, so it's secure for patients. Once we have finished gathering all these new insights and generating these new insights, now we need to put the data actually to work.
Yeah.
The ultimate dream is to be able to say, to have an investigator or a researcher type in, show me all smoldering myeloma patients who received therapy and what were their outcomes. Or show me all relapse patients who got a CAR T and who did better than another. Or, you know, like those types of searches. So we are getting to that point to be able to enable that for the research community. And what we're doing is, because we're inviting patients from all over the country to do this, now these investigators have access to thousands of patients of data structured in the same format and accessible, so it's all standardized. So now it's research grade quality of data.
I think this information that you've shared is really important because, like you were saying, we're allowing everyone to be involved in research, to be able to advance blood cancer research and to find cures faster. Before we wrap up, Jenny, is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Well, this is the first time, like you were saying, this is the first time this has ever been possible.
Yeah.
This is a totally new approach. It's inviting you as a patient to participate in something that has never been done before. We can own the pace of our own cure if we participate in research like this.
This work that we're doing is super important and it's very exciting. But speaking of work, I got to get back to it because we've got a lot of things in the pipeline. But I'll see you guys later. It's great catching up.
Thanks, Tim.
We hope that you've enjoyed taking a look around the HealthTree office and seeing some of the projects that we're working on. We're very excited about them. All these resources we've discussed are completely free, but we invite you to not only connect your records, but also consider donating. Thank you for your continued contribution towards HealthTree's mission of advancing blood cancer research and finding a cure together. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.